Hi, my name is Wesley. I'm a friend.
Hi, I'm Malachi and I'm a friend.
Hi, I'm Tessa and I'm a friend.
Hi, my name is Erica and my speech today is about supporting the American veteran. We hear these things said often. The freedoms that we have in America come at a price, or the people that fight in the military make the ultimate sacrifice so we can live safely than other people in the world. My great-grandfather is one of these military men who fought in World War II as a Sud code talker to defeat Hitler. And as his descendants, we take great pride in honoring his service and sacrifices as much as we can. The people in the military today, even in the National Guard, have to make many sacrifices to serve their country. Most of them have to be away from their families for weeks or months or even years at a time in order to fulfill their duty as a serviceman. Many of them have to fight to protect our freedoms in the current war against terrorism, and they have to be stationed in other countries in the middle of war zones. As citizens of the United States, it is our responsibility to show these men and women that we are thankful and appreciate what they have done and are doing for us. Some of the ways we can do this is sending care packages to those in active duty or helping their families they've left at home with childcare, running errands, household chores, mowing the lawn, and etc. One way our community showed appreciation this past year was by raising funds to help the local Guard troop in Huron to be able to spend Christmas at home with their families. To honor and thank those who have already served too can be done by making an effort to attend Veterans Day programs and Memorial Day programs on a regular basis, and to always put your hand over your heart as the flag passes. Always take part in saying the Pledge of Allegiance and by singing the Star-Spangled Banner as it is played. These things were created to bond us as Americans and to pay tribute to everything these great men and women have fought for in the past and are still fighting for now. When I was in 6th grade, we were given veterans to write letters to. My veteran was Henry Linke. I never knew my simple letter would change my point of view on veterans. Henry wrote me a letter back and told me how happy he was that I was interested in what he did for our country. Not only that, but he ended up bringing me pictures of when he was stationed in Desert Storm. Just by sending him a letter taught me how happy veterans are when you take an interest in what they have done and how thankful you are for them. Fortunately, there are some organizations and programs that have been created with their purpose being to help those soldiers who return wounded, whether it be physically, mentally, or financially, or a combination of those, and to help their families. One of those is the DAV, or Disabled American Veterans, which has been around for decades. They provide support for physical and psychological rehabilitation. And they have many programs that provide services to ill, injured, or wounded veterans. This organization is strongly tied to the Veterans Affairs hospitals, so we can help them with their work by visiting veterans in the hospitals or volunteering to drive them to rehab or care appointments. Our community has started to help the homeless vets who have been involved with the DAV or VA hospital by donating all kinds of household items just to help some of the homeless veterans get their own home established. One of the organizations that is most commonly known about is the Wounded Warrior Project. Their entire focus is to help raise awareness to get the public's help for injured servicemen and women and their families. They hold many events and encourage all of us to hold events as well, to raise funds to help the wounded get the care they need and to help support their families. They also encourage people to write letters to the wounded to help lift their spirits and let them know what they went through and are continuing to go through because of their service is remembered and appreciated. In conclusion, I would like to summarize my main points for today. First of all, it takes such an incredible amount of courage and strength to join the military, and then even more to enter combat or go to places where there is combat. I know I do not have that kind of courage, so I am here to encourage all of us who won't be members of the military to be good citizens by showing our support for those who do fight for us and to honor them as much as we can. Attend Veterans Day and Memorial Day programs and welcome home programs regularly. Show respect for our flag and what it stands for, and help organizations like the Disabled American Veterans and the Wounded Warrior Project by raising funds or donating time or money to help them with their causes. It is the least we can do for everything they have done for us.